Simon & Schuster AudioWorks presents Star Trek: The Next Generation.
Max, have you bought anything spectacular so far in this incredible Star Trek Discovery, new Star Trek auctions that are happening?
Not really. I've been waiting for them to for the auction to finish, and then I can scavenge some of the stuff from the bins that are gonna be outside of the
Paramount lot.
The Paramount lot.
So
or
you're
whatever
flying
auction.
to LA.
Yes.
So what you're thinking is, instead of paying $300 for Carl, the Guardian of Forever's suit and bowler hat, you're instead going to fly to LA in 1 month, probably
Yes.
for like $1,500 minimum, and then fish it out of the garbage and then fly back.
Yes.
Instead
but
of paying $230
But I'm
plus
not
shipping.
I'm not gonna do that because I don't care about Star Trek Discovery. I care about Star Trek Academy, and that auction is in Toronto. So I need to go to Canada instead. And then
That auction is in Toronto.
what I'm gonna do
Where is the auction? Because you sent me the Discovery one. So can you
Yes.
send me the one for Academy? Because that does sound more interesting. Cause
not really, because it's
a lot
all
of
the set stuff.
Yeah, but a lot of the fucking Discovery one is just like male uniform.
Yes,
male
that's
uniform. Vulcan uniform, Vulcan dress, Vulcan
What
uniform. Most interesting stuff you get is stuff like Carl the Guardian of Forever suit and bowler hat, which is like, hey, remember that guy?
Yeah.
Vulcan mask, Vulcan crypt mask, and empty diploma tube.
What I want to
If
do
you wanna,
is
if you want Michael Burnham's disco shirt, it's only $150.
wow.
It was worn by Sonequa Martin Green herself. So if you're a creep, then that's for you, I guess. You can
sleep in it. You can
sleep in
smell
it.
it.
You can smell it. I don't know. This is a horrible shirt too. It's just a shirt that just says disco on it.
Really, send me that image. I guess.
This looks
but like,
terrible.
well, my plan is that I'm gonna fly to Toronto, and I'm gonna get the turbo lift set piece, and I'm gonna live in it. Like I'm gonna live on the Toronto streets from that point on in just the elevator from Starfleet Academy.
You don't want the
the
massive
the-
prop
the-
MRI machine with controllable LED lighting. It's
'cause
only $40.
Have you looked at the property prices in Toronto? You know, that's insane. Hachimama. You know, I'm gonna live in that piece of that set on the
Why does it?
streets.
Why does it just become TVs after a bit?
I think it's because
Are these TVs from the set? I guess.
Yes,
for
'cause
screens they must have used.
I
guess
can
so.
absolutely see them. You know, you put like a TV behind a plexiglass and it looks more futuristic. You know, and that TV is still a functioning TV afterwards. So
That's how they did the volume on this
why
show.
is there like a
is they bought
stain on this disco
500
shirt?
LG OLED, because it's probably in the scene. She gets sprayed by some goo or some shit.
I don't want to say what it looks like, that stain, but yeah.
There's a lot of just sort of furniture, mostly terrarium specimen display set decor.
Yes, because I like I said, there's two different.
Most expensive.
There is another auction opening in like 4 days, and I hope there's more like actual props like that the actors are like interacting with in that one, because this is like legitimately just furniture.
It is a lot. It does seem like if you want a used TV, a used LG C4 65-inch 4K Ultra HD HDR
4K,
OLED WebOS Smart TV, then you can get one for like $700.
This one has 78 bits on it now. Jesus.
How would you feel if you were a set designer and you were looking at one of these auctions and the only things that were selling were the TVs, the used TVs?
I would
and monitors.
I would go where I gotta go into making LG flat screen TVs, I guess, instead of making these terrarium specimens decor set pieces.
Hold up. Lot of 2 baseballs with gold stands. That's a Cisco thing right there.
I think so. I did see that.
That will be some Cisco paraphernalia. Don't know who it's signed by. I guess they're just general old, supposed to be old
Whoever
looking
he
baseballs.
whoever, because he had like a particular guy he liked, I think.
Wait, Sci-Fi
right?
Lab containers, dude. You can do the toxic,
Oh,
not toxic
toxic,
game.
not toxic game. Of
Remember the
course.
awesome game they played in that
I
one
could
episode?
finally. I can get a lot of 4 assorted pillows for $6.
Stick
There's
your
2
hand
bits
in
on
it,
it.
go like, toxic. And then you get a fucking, there's a slug, a warp slug, remember that? What a good show.
Wouldn't they? What would these teens do in the future as a funny drinking game? Man?
It wasn't even a drinky, they weren't
I know,
drinking.
I
they were
know,
just,
I know,
they
but
were
it's
just
like
playing.
it's like a dare.
Pyrite sphere withstand, set of
lots-
4 Star Trek food containers.
A lot of linens, materials for $5.
$75 for some fucking like Tupperware with Star Trek Academy logo on it.
Yes,
Jesus Christ.
I can see like lab materials for $5, and it's like,
bids. Sheesh.
yeah. Well, I can imagine that a lot of this stuff, a lot of these bids are also just resellers, like resellers for like like those prop like stores that are like we sell Rocky Balboa's gloves, something like that.
Yeah.
It's like they're just gonna take this stuff and they're just gonna stick it on the shelf, and it's gonna be there for like 5 years until someone will actually want it.
Imagine it's the movie Cloud, but he's selling shit like this. He's selling sterile
amazing.
CO2 emergency kit container with Star Trek emblem.
Yes, I could. That's
Customized Jumja sticks container.
just sticks.
Got 15 of them. Putting them all on the store in Japan.
Yeah, and they be selling. They be selling.
They won't be selling. They won't. Stonehenge miniature diorama model. It's kind of fun. Stonehenge. Massive prop MRI machine with
Spinal Tap?
controllable LED. This is an interesting one I keep seeing, is the fucking massive MRI machines, because this is a really big prop.
I know,
And it's being sold for like $40.
Yes, I
This
know.
is like, because the smaller stuff is being sold for more than this. The big things are straight up like, we just need to get this out of here. 'cause
Don't
it's
you
taking
want
up so
a
much space.
Master Forge 3-burner gas barbecue?
They had a lot of fun.
I'm grilling some burgers on the set of Starfleet Academy. But yeah, like the entirety...
Some railing trim for $45. I feel like this is a... How big is this?
I
Because there's
can
no way
tell
this is
that,
this is not big.
A lot of this is just like... It's funny kind of to see that, like, for example, this page of like the terrarium and stuff, and there's like wooden furnishings and stuff. That's like, oh yeah, that's from the office, like the headmaster's office, whatever she's called.
Yeah.
And it is funny to see that, because I guess we'll never see that room again.
Yeah, I mean it's happening in real time. They must be in post production now for the second season or something, or maybe they're just shooting LA stuff.
That's true.
And then they're done with all this shit.
Oh, this
They'll
is
do
never
one more
coming back.
season of Strange New Worlds, bone skull necklace and ribcage cuff. Awesome.
Awesome, yeah. Yeah, I literally
Terrarium
just looked at that.
Set display decor. Prop stuff is interesting because there is a 1% of my brain that does look at it and go, "Oh, it's kind of neat to own stuff like this," and then the other 99% is like, "No, it's not. It's not. It's actually not cool to have
You have two
with
wolves.
futuristic designs."
There's 2 wolves in you. One wants to buy props from that I think you just put on a shelf, and the other one is like way more powerful. It says like, please don't. You don't have space for any of this stuff in your house.
What is if there was one thing that appeared in the auction from this show?
Yeah.
Prop, costume, set dressing, whatever. At a reasonable price, what is the one thing that you would want from that show?
Fuck. If I just for like of anything, maybe the mobile emitter, Doctor's mobile emitter, maybe.
Yeah,
Like
you don't
it's
know mobile emitter.
there's one scene with it in
I
it.
can't remember.
So
Does he
I
even
would
have
give-
that in the show?
He puts it down on the console and it gets sucked in by the
That
computer.
shit
at
will
one
be
point.
on there though. They'll have
So-
like 5 copies of that.
Yes, so I could get that. I would be like, yeah, why not? You know, if it's a reasonable price and it's small, you know. And
I'd
it's
want
like,
one of Jaden's awful dresses. Skirts.
knew
I
it.
guess.
I
Uniforms.
knew it. I knew it. Maybe when they open the other auction, you will be able to get it. So you know.
Maybe. Yeah, they're probably still using costume stuff, obviously.
Yeah, that's true. I want Paul Giamatti's outfit, and then I'll put
I want Paul Giamatti's life
just the entire thing.
for my own.
Okay, that's awesome.
I want to
Well,
be him. I want to be him. I want to live with him.
by getting his outfit,
I
you can
decided this
pretend to be
week I
him.
was going to choose a celebrity to be a horrible stalker of, but I haven't
Yes.
decided yet. I just
Yeah.
thought I'd try it with
Paul Giamatti.
Paul Giamatti just now, yeah, but it didn't feel right. I'm shopping, you know, I'm shopping around. It's got to be somebody.
Hyper.
I've got the torrid brain for it, you know. I just haven't decided yet.
Yeah,
Yeah. You have any
it's
suggestions?
like finding a soulmate in a way, you know.
It
When
is,
you see
is,
it, you'll
yes.
know it. You get a meet. I like the idea of a meet cute where it isn't like you both are like, yeah, I love
Meat creep.
meat creep is good, and then your your mind, something breaks in your mind in that moment. You're like, I need to know everything about this person, you know. But yeah, that would be awesome. Do I have any suggestions? Not really.
There's so many of these giant fucking MRI machines and stuff. They're so cheap.
I guess it's
Like, surely just taking it and then, like, the raw materials must be worth more than the railing ends. That
It's
they're
made of,
selling for
like-
like 10 times the price.
it's made of like hollow plastic, and you can't
guess.
reuse it. Maybe
It's got
I don't know.
LEDs in it though. They light up.
Put a mattress and then sleep in it. You know,
I guess so. Yeah.
Why
Even
not?
just like if you're making a sci-fi movie, that's some free sets right there.
That's true.
Just random circles, random sci-fi circles. Lab material 45. We got lab material trays. Jesus Christ.
Oh my god.
It takes away a lot of the mystique when you see it laid out like this,
Yeah.
up for the taking.
With the light, with like just on the like a lot of these uniforms
Yeah.
on just like a white
some of the
background,
magic, doesn't it?
and like you look at it, like you look at some of the like Klingon designs, for example, like that I'm looking at, and you like look closer at it, and it's like, wow, this looks very plasticky. Like, you know what I mean? Like without the lighting and like the darkness of the room, like you immediately kind of see it as what it is. The movie magic is very much magic in a way.
You know, I was gonna make a joke. It feels too easy, but now
Yeah.
I feel like I have to say it.
Well, you gotta say it now.
What do you think the opening bids will be for when they sell the little fucking like Bajoran foot jewelry that
Oh,
Lana H
I
was
was-
wearing?
I was
That shit's gonna be like high starting bid.
I I did think about that. I was like, if they're gonna use like do the actor like props that actors interacted with, I would imagine that maybe the actor took it just so no one can bid on it, you know, like, or they threw
I
it in the
hope so.
bin, you know, just in case.
Cheapest of the Discovery stuff. Discovery stuff is all quite a bit more expensive, but I guess it's outfits.
Yes, and like the
Kovic's gray suit. That's cool, man. $100. You could dress like David Cronenberg.
yes, I did see that, and you get the glasses, I think, also with that one.
Yeah, that comes with the glasses.
Yeah, you get the like shades or whatever. I don't know what to call them. But there's but you can get a pretty cool like costume for like a professional Halloween costume from these
Yeah.
old.
If
Like
you want to dress up your child as toddler Michael Burnham, then it's only going to cost you $100.
well, that's pretty good. Oh, that will be happen every year now. You know, every year, and it will pay for itself. Mom, I don't want to be. Toddler Burnham anymore.
I'm too
You
big
put-
for the toddler Michael Burnham costume. Well, it cost me $100. Okay.
Yeah,
so
well, we'll stretch it out. We'll stretch it out.
I'm gonna add some fabric. A
So
couple
that-
more years, we'll let you wear teenage Michael Burnham's costume instead.
Okay.
And then, when you're older,
Yeah.
you can wear Michael Burnham's Coda workwear. The
Finally.
3 things that I bid on in the Star
Mm-hmm.
Trek Discovery Seasons 1 to 5 auction.
That feels like something that would break a child, honestly. Like
Being
that's the
forced to be Burnham throughout their
yeah.
life.
It does feel like something where you're like, yeah,
Do you want Paul
you're-
Stamets casual costume? It's only
your-
$100.
your kid leaves you and goes like, "Don't ever talk to me." After they hit that 18 mark, they leave the house and never talk
It's
to you
kind.
ever
You know
again.
what? I'm gonna send you this one.
And then you become the Red Angel.
Kind of a nice casual sort of fleece.
Yeah. Star Trek Discovery, Paul Stamets. Yeah. Is this Mirror Universe or
It's
is
Hugo
that just
Boss.
him?
It's Hugo Boss.
Oh yeah, it does say Hugo Boss.
The Hugo
on it.
Boss label.
Stamets number 3, apparently.
Yeah.
Guess they have multiple copies of this stuff.
Yeah.
But we have to.
You got it,
They have the Breen outfit, which is pretty funny.
nobody gives a fuck about the Breen.
There's we learned so
Nobody
much.
gives a fuck
in-
about this. Why are we talking about
we learned so much about the Breen in season 5.
Yeah.
You
When they were looking for the treasure.
were looking for the One
The
Piece.
treasure, the One Piece. And it turned out to be the progenitors'
Yeah,
fucking big halo or whatever.
yeah.
God, I
thing.
hate this stuff. God, I hate all of this. I'm
I
miserable.
did. Did this make you
I was
depressed
having a good
looking
day. I
at
went
this?
for a
Yeah.
nice walk in the sun earlier, up a hill and then back down,
Yeah.
get some fresh air. And I was thinking, what a lovely day. And now I'm here and I'm
You're
talking
crashing.
about I'm talking about fucking Oros's gray jumpsuit. Guess
you
what?
don't-
It's gonna cost you. It's gonna cost you $100 for a screen worn by Osric Chow gray
No.
jumpsuit. Who the fuck is Oros? I don't even remember this motherfucker. Osric Chow. I don't know who the fuck this is.
It was
Who
some
was
background
this?
guy. Let's show me the picture of him.
Oros. Star Trek. Oros. This is.
Send me a picture of him. I
I'm
don't
doing
know.
it. Give me a fucking second. You could always Google it
This is the
yourself, too,
worst.
brother.
This is the
There you go.
worst visual. This is a worst podcast experience. Oh,
There's his fucking Wikipedia page. I don't remember who
he
the
was
fuck
in
this
prison
guy is.
in the work camp of a known planet.
He's from the Emerald Chain. He's a scientist.
Oh, it's the guy who, like, you know, the Ryza evil guy from season 4. He was like,
There's a non-zero chance that if it's a season 4 episode, it's one of the ones I skipped.
it's his like prison buddy.
Was season 4 the one that I was skipping episodes?
Was it episode? Was it 4?
Yes, it was, because there was the one where they were trying to work out the big black hole that
Yes.
was eating planets.
Yes. So
And I skipped a couple episodes because I was like, the previous Leons are good enough.
you
And I stand by that with this show.
Well-
Watch every other Discovery episode. You don't need to watch all of them. The
That's-
previous Leons will give you everything you need about the last one. You can cut that show in half, no problem.
well,
To be honest, you could skip 2 at a time. Honestly, skip 2 at a time. Fuck it. These shows are made to be watched.
while washing
to
dishes
explain
and
to you, to explain to you constantly what they're doing.
yes.
I'm in a horrible mood now. Is
Yes,
there anything
you
that would cheer
really
me up? Hold on, let me think. I'm
What
gonna think
cool
back.
prop would you like to have if you want?
I'd like to
from
have
anything.
the bells that they pleasured each other with in the Handmaiden.
That's a pretty good one, I guess.
Not
Does it
for
have
any
to
creep
be-
purpose. I just think that would be
Well,
cool memorabilia to have.
I don't know.
I think
Now
that would
you-
be funny.
You've put in the thought into people's brains with the
No, because they
feet
wouldn't have
thingies.
actually done anything with them.
I don't know. Maybe you know the.
Hello
maybe
and welcome to
they're
Dead Ensigns. We're 19 minutes in. This is
number one
the number
prop
one
podcast.
prop paraphernalia podcast.
well,
We're
you
gonna go
can-
every week. We go through some new prop auctions, tell you what the best deals are.
I guess you can call
insider
us,
trading.
Call us a prop comedy podcast.
That was a good one. You know what? I was gonna. I had the immediate response in my brain to ridicule you, but I sat on it for just one moment more, and I was like, actually, that was fine. That was pretty good. That was
really
pretty good.
What I'm looking at is the Ace Ventura When Nature Calls, the big
Are you just
rhino he
looking
hides
at? Are
in.
you just looking at general?
I like the
store?
idea of buying that rhino and just like
I mean,
living in
all
it.
auctions. Let me see.
How much did
What
this
auctions
cost?
do they have?
You know the
Music,
rhino
memorabilia,
that he crawls off the anus off in that movie? That's the
posters.
thing.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember people saying that was up for
Estimate
auction at one point.
4,000 to 8,000. So if you have enough disposable income, you can get that. The Aeon Flux Charlotte Theron like bodysuit. Wow.
Charlize Theron. She was bringing back the Timothy Chalamet ballet shit this week, man.
Really? Well,
Talk about washed. Let it go.
let it go, man.
Like we're fucking like 3 months out from that now. You're still talking about how he said nobody's seeing ballet, and he was right.
Nobody sees anything nowadays, honestly. Everybody's watching
The
TikTok.
response to him saying nobody sees ballet was not people going to see ballet. It was him complaining about him saying it, even though it was accurate to the fact
That's
that nobody
true.
was going to see ballet.
Nobody wants to say it, but that's the truth.
These art
unfortunate.
forms are wonderful, and unfortunately, a majority of people, and I put myself in that camp, our brains are too blasted for culture like that.
True, and I don't have the money to spend on it. I'd rather also
also
spend it on
it's
something,
expensive. It's expensive. I
something
can't
else.
spend
I like
money
to
like that right
spend
now.
on video games instead.
I like to watch movies like The Handmaiden.
I
Instead,
like
which
to
is a wonderful
buy,
movie. It's beautiful. I love it.
I would like to spend my money on the Highlander, the long brown coat that Conor McLeod wears.
You want to look at Highlander
I'm looking at it
props.
right now.
sale? Highlander props on Etsy? That's not... No. Prop
No.
store. Find your extraordinary.
I would
Showing
like to-
search results.
Oh, you got
Highlander.
the Kurgan's armor. You can have the like
Kurgan.
ancient the Kurgan's armor. You can have that. You like the Kurgan. You
Better
like
to
the
fade
Kurgan.
out. No, it's better to burn up than to fade away. Then he
That's true.
spins.
Yeah.
I love that
Oh,
line
you can
so
you
much.
can get the
I love that delivery.
the punk coat, like the sleeveless
burn up.
coat that he has. Man.
Fade away.
You can get that one, and you can wear it pretty. It would fit you, I think. It would suit
I don't
you.
think it
This
would fit
the
me.
punk sleeveless
Link
jacket.
it so I can see, and then I can judge if
Yeah.
it would fit me.
Oh, what? And
This has been the worst audio episode
Yes,
so
I
far
know,
because
but-
we've just
eh,
keep
but
talking about
people-
like link me this thing that nobody can
people,
see.
but
except
people
for me.
seen these movies. Don't tell me you haven't seen the Highlander.
You
okay?
linked me Star Trek again. This
Fuck.
is just Star Trek.
Ooh,
You're
it
just
would've been
showing me
em-
the MRI machines.
It would have
over
been.
again.
Why is it the like the my thing up above didn't update for some reason?
$5 for a giant ring.
There you go. Since it's correct thing.
Insane.
But yeah, you
Just
people
throw it
see-
away at that point. Just
People
throw it away.
seen-
I wouldn't be able to pull this off. I wouldn't be
Oh.
able to pull this off. My belly would stick out the front. My arms are too noodly. I'm too self-conscious of them generally.
Well,
It is a sick jacket though.
It is a sick-
$20,000 to 40,000. That makes sense. It's an iconic,
it is an iconic outfit.
worn by Clancy.
But
Brown.
another thing that I can't find any again, I guess they must have took it down because they realized it was too much of a powerful listing. I've seen the hoverboard that McLeod uses in the second one to get away from the hobgoblins.
Oh,
that
cool.
I did see that. That was pretty awesome. I was like,
That's so cool.
I like the idea of like I use it as in self-defense during a home invasion, and then
Online
I
entertainment.
kill somebody with it,
memorabilia
and there'll be a
London,
report,
spring
a police report somewhere written. Weapon of self-defense is the McLeod's hoverboard from the second Highlander movie that he gets away from, uses to get away from hobgoblins. That's what I
There's a
want in the
Starship
report.
Troopers helmet coming
Yeah.
up in the online entertainment. I want to stop talking about props. I really want to stop talking.
These are awesome, man.
It was like reading the title of that auction out loud, and I'm like, why am I still talking about this?
I think on Sunday I was like literally just scrolling through this website because I was just like, oh yeah, that thing. Like it's just like mindless.
I don't know. This is fully in my brain. You know, earlier on, I said there was 1% of my brain that was like, it would be interesting to own one of these things. That bit died over the course of the last
That's
20
what we're
minutes.
talking about.
It's been completely squashed. There is nothing interesting about owning. All of this stuff should be incinerated after use. I don't care.
Oh, Frasier's phone that he uses.
All right, you know what? I'm back 2%. 2%. I'd love Frasier's phone.
That's insane.
I'll spend fucking $850 for Frasier's phone. I'm assuming on a bid which probably go up to like 1,700.
What I believe in is that the prop masters union should push for a legislation that makes it so all these props have to be burned after every single production that they make, so they have more work to do.
Because the prop masters aren't making money over it. It's not like they get royalties off the sale.
That's true, you know. They don't get fucking royalties like some background actor that says like 2 lines, you know.
Mm-hmm.
They get the like.
So yeah, they should say destroy it.
Destroy
it, or you have to get all like the prop master's permission to display it somewhere.
Yeah.
But if it's not being displayed, destroy it. Destroy it. Costumes, donate them. Costumes should be donated.
To the homeless, specifically.
Just put them in a charity shop for like $2. But deface them a little bit. Like they did with that one show about the Nazis where they like...
Oh, yeah.
They cut up all the swastikas and stuff because they were like, now nobody will be able to wear a swastika ever again.
Yeah. Well, looking at street graffiti, some Nazis really don't know how to draw swastikas, so you know, maybe they need a little bit of help, you know.
It's a funny idea about like a guy who really wants clothing with a swastika on it, and he thought his only source for that would be the costume auctions for the Man in the High Castle.
He's a producer. Show. Oh yeah, it was the Man in the High Castle. He's a producer on the show. He's a powerful producer, and he's really looking out for a script that possibly could have a Nazi in it, so he could steal the swastika from the suit from the prop department at the one point. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, it's like the producers.
And I'm making fun, but I commend them for destroying those props.
Well,
both for ideological reasons and also because I said 5 minutes ago they should destroy all props.
Oh, they should destroy all props, used.
Yes. They should incinerate them. I'm Ben, this is Max. I did the intro fucking 7.5 minutes ago, and then we started talking more about these
This is a gold mine, man. Props. Alien Resurrection, pair of newborn legs.
God, dude, please. Do you know what this feels like? So
right, I'm closing the tab because I won't. I literally was not stop scrolling through this.
This feels like one of the first 50 episodes we did for some reason. I don't remember any of them, but I just got the vibe. I just got the vibe just now of like this feels like I'm recording episode 37 of our show.
I don't know. I would have to listen. It would be an interesting thing to look back on those and try to listen to them, again to see how we improved. You know, we improved.
Max, tell me about Resident Evil 4. Again.
Resident Evil 4
you finished
again.
It once more.
I'm a big Resident Evil fan now. I love Leon Kennedy, and I love all the others.
And I love mods that put him in a bunny suit.
No, it's just.
And I get 5 minutes into the game and I go, "Oh, I'm getting the vapors. I need to
turn this off. I need a fainting couch. You know, I need to play the game on my fainting couch because I won't have time to get to my fainting couch. But yeah, no. Like I said, I've played the original, played the remake, enjoyed both.
Nice.
They're definitely a bit different games. It would be the only thing that it kind of left me with is that, like, you know, Resident Evil 4, the original, you can play it on anything.
Yeah.
It's actually easier to play in a way because you can play on an emulator. You can play it on any system, basically in
Download
existence.
Dolphin
You
if
can
you are so
no,
inclined.
don't.
I wouldn't recommend
I
it.
would never. I would never do that. But
Even though I don't think it's illegal for us to do it. Pretty sure it's chill for us to do it.
yeah,
But I'm not a lawyer, so this is not legal advice.
yes.
And don't emulate whatever. Whatever, who cares? Keep talking about the game.
But I am curious about what sort of, like, in the future to see the remake kind of fall off more than the original, because it would be harder to run on this whatever hardware we'll have in the future, you know?
Yeah.
And yeah, I wonder what the perception of this game is going to be like in general, like in terms of remakes in general, of like, you know, because I'm talking from a perspective of someone that, you know, knows that it's a remake, and it is very funny to type in Resident Evil 4 into the Google because you get the remake immediately. Like, it's the top result. You have to type in Resident Evil 4 2005 or whatever, you know.
There's a lot of extra factors in there as well.
Yeah, definitely. There's probably algorithmic stuff that's happening also to me. But I am curious about what's it going to be like in the future, you know, when people gamers, young gamers in the future, when they're going to be looking out for this stuff, they might play the remake and not even realize it's a remake, you know? It's just like, yeah, it's just an interesting
probably hard
thing.
because I feel like the title screen probably says Resident
I don't remember.
Remake,
I
right?
don't remember. I don't remember. Like, genuinely, I don't remember if it
Well,
says.
you said you'd replay it, right? So I guess you'll find out.
I could. Whatever. I'm not gonna check now.
It.
I just start playing Resident Evil for the remake.
I was considering doing a bit like that with Tomodachi. Like
Yeah,
today,
you just
but
have to
I decided
running
against it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had something like that at some point, but then I also did this exact same thing, basically. But yeah, I don't know. I also finished Death Stranding too.
The title screen, it does not look like the title screen has remake on it. So
See, well, you know,
maybe
it in general will be interesting in terms of like preservation and historical in terms of video games. You know, we'll see. We're too young still. We have to get like 20, 25 years maybe, and then we'll start seeing the kind of effect of remakes had on the overall history of a series, basically. But you know, maybe the world is gonna end.
We already get that. We're already getting that now. There's a lot of people online talking about how actually Resident Evil 4 sucked and the remake made it good. So,
but it's about, like, in general, it's just anything. People tribalize about anything. Basically, it's like
exactly. We'll never truly know.
It's but yeah, it's we'll see. But the Discord's been just really weird around that game, and I was just curious to engage in it with it, like in terms of actually having played the two games and being able to kind of close to each other. You know, I literally played the remake. And then I played the original, within the 2 weeks or whatever. So I had quite a fresh perspective of both games, basically.
Sure.
But yeah, enjoyed both. They're definitely
Who's your favorite character?
My favorite character is the first zombie you meet in the house at the start.
The first Ganados.
Yes, because he kind of goes and he looks at his soup, and I can go soup. Who doesn't like soup, you know?
I like the dog that you save.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah,
and then it helps you out later.
But you will like
that dog.
You will like the remake better because he goes "thanks, dog" or whatever in that one.
No, he doesn't say that. Say thanks, dog.
Well, it's too late.
He just needs to go. Hey, it's that dog.
He does say that in the remake too. But then after the fight,
I just don't think he needs to have any.
Thank you, dog. You know, or whatever. He says, "Thank you, dog." Yeah, he's a little less quippy in the remake. He's a lot more sad, Leon. You know,
that's more. He should be quippy.
I genuinely feel like it's more of the times.
Leon's a funny guy.
Every fucking guy.
Where's everybody go?
Back in the day. Bingo. Yeah, it's a good one. And it's not in the thing. I think It's not in the
in
remake.
the remake.
No.
He doesn't say bingo.
He doesn't say bingo. No.
That's kind of a.
Also,
I
they-
haven't played the remake, but throwing my hat in the ring
They,
sounds like a worse experience.
they also don't say to Ashley. What's he called? Not Leon. What's the scientist called that helps you? Whatever he's called. He goes talks about Ashley's ballistics shields or whatever the fuck he says. You know,
yeah.
with the.
So you're saying it got woke?
It did. Yeah.
Damn.
Well, it didn't.
That's a damn shame.
In the end,
Pragmata came out this week.
Yeah,
You're talking about Capcom.
Capcom and
It's funny to see that
pretty
a
on
lot
it.
of people are like, so this is what being a parent is like. Simply watching your
So
child
dumb,
do canned
man.
playing animations.
it's so fucking dumb.
Every time that it's
God.
like, oh fuck, oh this is making me want to be a parent. It's like, no, it's not. It's real. I feel like if you're hoping parenthood will be like this, you're gonna be very disappointed.
Yeah, I know
It's not gonna be your child doing fucking mocap animations playing with toys.
You know, it
It's
also
just not
involves
how it works.
immense amount of sacrifice and taking care of them and
Yeah,
being
yeah,
worried
yeah.
for them at every second of your life. Probably, I don't have a kid, but you know, it's I would be, you know, especially with my psyche. But it's yeah, it's very weird. The thing is, I played the demo
Heard it's
when
a
it
good
came
game,
out
though.
a while
Heard it was a
ago,
good game.
and
Got good reviews.
it like after playing the
Haven't
demo,
played
I
it.
was like, this feels like a game I would enjoy if I played it. For maybe I have too much
I heard
to play
it's not
already.
too
so
long is the thing.
yeah, that's
But as long as the experience is good still, then I don't know. It's
Yeah.
fine.
I would imagine that it's the sort of game where they might have challenge modes or something that you can play. You know,
Capcom games tend to lean arcadey.
Yeah, and
The point they have a lot of replayability because their ethos is kind of
yeah,
replayability, difficult runs, challenges, and stuff.
yeah, and yeah, I would maybe I'll wait for the price drop or something and then I'll play it. But it seemed like I would enjoy it if I played it, and it seems like the reviews are very positive. So, but the stuff with
But if you
I
eventually
want to
play
be
it and you come on here and you're like, "Damn, I wish
I want to be.
I had a daughter."
I had.
I'm
a daughter.
gonna. That'll be the end. That'll be the end.
Well,
I'm gonna call it off right there.
Yeah, you're gonna
I'm
call
say
it
no more
off.
podcast.
No more. No more.
Say Max is a fundamentally broken person. He will never return to his former glory.
Yeah.
I
no.
decry him. I
You
denounce
decry
him.
You
I denounce Max.
Well, I'll start my own podcast all
Yeah, we're
about
gonna start Two
fatherhood.
Splinter.
The childless fatherhood program. That's my new podcast that I'm gonna start. Is a
The
childless
father's
father's
envy, fatherly envy.
Yeah, I'll be doing I'll be giving advice to people about how to be better parents or fathers.
You'll be
or
talking
whatever.
about
but
how
I won't
many
have
how
my
many
own kids.
parent-child groups you saw during the week and how it pissed you
What?
off you didn't have that.
Is that
You're like, I saw a parent playing with a child in the playground today, and I just got so depressed I had to lie down in the street right there
Jesus
and
Christ?
think, why not me?
Yeah,
That's the vibe I'm getting from the Pragmata people.
I had
a very unsavory other vibe that we don't want to talk about.
Yeah, there was some other very weird stuff going on with the fandom for the game.
No, we don't have to
but
get into
I would lie down in the street in a speed bump disguise, and then people would run me over. But
do you
it's
think do you think that's a thing, like a fetish?
what, getting run over?
Speed bump disguise.
Oh, you know, as you get hit by
Drive
the
over a bump and you hear,
yeah.
oh.
No, you would hear it twice, right? Because it would be
Yeah,
the first.
that's I did
wheels
it
and the
twice.
Oh,
I guess the
God,
second
yeah.
one didn't come.
It was a very slow car, I guess.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it
was
have
in
to
the
be a
school-
slow car, otherwise
It was in the school zone.
No, don't say that. Drop that. Drop that.
A car park, as this car park. There you go. But yeah, it's yeah. I'll see if maybe a price drop. I got too much other stuff to play, so I'm not gonna play that. Well, but talking about a hood of sort, I did watch a movie called "If I'd Had Legs, I Would Kick You" or whatever. What is it called?
I was meaning to watch that a lot, but I haven't gone to the
If
theaters
I had legs,
recently.
I'd
If
kick
I had
you.
legs, I'd kick you. Yeah. I've heard it's quite
it's-
good. It seemed quite interesting.
It's tackling of the like I think I spoke about it at a certain other episode. I spoke about a movie called Die My Love. There's they're movies about motherhood, you know, and you kind of
Sure.
the pressures of motherhood, you know, and also just very shocking movies, you know, on top of that, you know, very not easy watches. And I think this when I was watching this movie yesterday has one of the legitimately after there was a scene in it where I was like, please be like a fucking dream sequence, please, you know. I was like legitimately like, please no. You know, like I was like it. Yeah, it's a good movie. I recommend it. Who's the main actress in it? Because she won like the Golden Globe, I think, for it. If I had legs, but it's basically kind of a monodrama. Like she rose up
all about her.
Yeah, she's mostly kind of the
No,
main
I got
character,
that from
you
the
know.
trailer and stuff.
And yeah, just a very. I wouldn't even call it a horror, but it has like these kind of like weird elements to it, you know, where like
Well, what's the actress's name? Because I can hear you looking it up.
Rose
Byrne.
Rose Byrne, right?
Yeah, that's it. That's the one.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's recommend it, I guess. If you're gonna watch it, maybe we'll talk about it more. But
I do. I was intending to. I have not gotten around to it, but I do intend to. So maybe I'll watch it. I don't know. Maybe
Yeah,
we'll see.
fine.
We'll see. We'll see.
But yeah, what have you seen? And what have you been doing?
What's Handmaiden? It was a good movie.
Yeah.
Quite a beautiful film. I'd only ever seen like the first part initially, and then didn't finish it for. I can't remember why. I was in university at the time, and I think I just did other stuff.
Yeah.
But I finally got around to watching the rest of it. Wonderful movie. I'm glad I was pleased it had such a happy ending. It's a nice film. It's a good movie. Very sad,
Yeah.
but beautiful.
I don't like sad movies.
It's very sexual movie. Very explicit.
I'm back in then.
Very explicit film. It was quite good. I mean, I think that's maybe one of the criticisms is that it gets almost to a pornographic degree explicit.
Okay.
But I mean, I think that's by design, not so much in the sense that it's trying to be like not that it's trying to be that like what am I trying to say? The big part of the film is that they sort of tell these ancient pornographic stories, basically. You know, like the one the lady Hideko in the film is like she's like an abused. She's an abused woman who has been brought up to read these like bawdy sexual tales to men for pleasure, you know?
Yeah.
And I think in a sense the explicit sexual nature of the film is used to put us in that position as well, you know?
Yeah.
To kind of mirror the stories that are within the work itself. Either way, it's a Park Chan-wook film, so it's, you know, it's good. What can I say? It's a good ass movie.
That's good.
Recommend
it? You recommend it?
Yeah, of course. Outside of that, I've been playing a lot of Tomodachi Life, Living the Dream. Came out.
Yeah, I've been, yes.
I've made some Mii's. Been playing around. I remember getting and playing the last game on the 3DS, and it was like fun, but I think this is the one that actually feels more like a game, I guess.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot more interactivity with it, I suppose. But by design, it's supposed to be very much like you just kind of let them do stuff, and then if they want you to do something, you can talk to them. But mostly, it's just like watching a little ant farm of people, facsimiles you have made do shit.
Yeah.
It's fun.
You
I
did,
made
yeah.
a lot of fictional characters. I'm more fictional character aligned for this kind of game, but I made a couple of real people.
Yes.
Because, and this has been one of the bigger discussions about this game, Megs.
Yeah, I can
Is
imagine.
that there are two groups of people. One who are diehard, like, this game should be about you making real people. Mm-hmm. And another group that is like, it's weird to make real people.
I feel like a little bit, I guess. It's a little bit weird to make real people. I do realize that.
I think it's about trust.
The only thing I
personally.
can
For
imagine that, like,
Yeah.
you know, it depends on your relationship with the person, and if you're, like, creating, like, a caricature, in a way, you know, on top of that, you know, then I feel like it's okay. But if you're, like, trying to be, like, serious, you know, that's when it becomes a little bit, like, you know.
Yeah, exactly. I agree. It's, you know, there's my philosophy is that I wouldn't want an island I wouldn't want this game filled with just people I know. Mm-hmm. But there are everybody, I think, has at least one or two people that are funny to be there.
Yeah.
There's something about their character that feels appropriate for them to be surrounded by fictional people, even, you know, on like a little cartoon island where things just happen and you don't really have a lot of freedom to make them happen. So I made a couple friends and put them on there in amongst my fictionalized versions of them, though, either way, but you know what I mean. And it was fun, and I felt, and you know what, because I was like, you know what, it's a little hypocritical. I did even make myself and put me in there.
Well.
And I'm not, and I could do something weird, like I could make a me of a fictional woman I like, and then have them fall in love with me, but I wouldn't do that. So
yeah, you wouldn't do that. Yeah,
I would never do that because it would be weird, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would be.
It would be weird if I, like, say, made a me version of Kuchiki Rukia from Bleach. Mm-hmm. And then set up scenarios that would lead them to falling in love and marrying. That would be weird. So
it would be, and but the thing about it is, like, I would never risk that scenario. If I was kind of on the edge of, like, I'm about to do this, you know, I wouldn't do it in the end because I would be afraid that just through the chaos of the world, they don't fall in love. You know, whatever I try, these fictional character doesn't want to fall in love in the fictional version of me, and I feel like that would destroy me. Like, it would destroy me.
It's a gamble
ultimately.
because at the same time, if they did fall in love with you, you would be like, yes, fuck yes.
I guess, you know,
it fucking worked.
But
not that I did that, and not that I did that with a me version of Kuchiki Rukia.
Yeah, of course, yeah. You would never do that.
It would be weird, right?
Yes, it would.
But unless there's maybe some scenarios in which it couldn't be. It could be less weird. Perhaps bordering on fine. Right?
Kind of, I guess.
Like if I did it like as a joke or something, you know?
Yeah,
ironically.
If you ironically did this, you know, or you like had your name and you like spelled it backwards or something, you're like, it's actually not me, you know?
Yeah, it's not me, actually.
Yeah.
No.
Then
but in my mind,
yeah,
I'm like, but it's me though.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, man.
What if you just had an island that was just you, copies of you, but like different versions of you, like alters that game?
I was considering that. That would be funny. Make them all attracted to men.
Yeah,
and just kind of see where the night takes them.
Yeah, exactly. Which part of my my psyche is gonna
Are they
fall in
different?
love?
Are they different? I was assuming carbon copies, but you got it saying
No,
like,
I'm thinking of like because like I did make the allusion to alters, and
Oh,
in that
right,
game
right.
you
So
have that
they're- yeah,
idea
okay.
of like one is an oil rig operator,
Can
one
they
is a
fuck in
doctor.
alters?
No, it didn't seem like. Maybe I don't. I didn't have any of them have fuck, but
Feels
it's
kind of. I'll be honest.
missed opportunity. You think?
Yes,
But
Yeah.
there was the thing about it is that it was a very tense scenario that they were in. There was no
that's
time.
something
in-
I liked about 1000X Resist when I played.
Yeah. Is that you can they fuck
because it's
themselves?
about no, you don't make them. The story, yeah, I wouldn't even say it approaches it, but it alludes to the idea, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, it's interesting. It's interesting.
Okay.
It's a good game. I'd
Well,
recommend it.
in the
it's
thing,
on sale at the moment on
if
Steam.
it was
Buy it.
happening in real life, I would absolutely see people doing it. Like that's the thing. It's
Oh,
like,
yeah,
in-
yeah.
in the- If,
People wouldn't be able
if
to
it
stop.
happened
It would be
in
a
the
problem.
world, it would be a problem. Like I would legitimately think it would be like a problem that could happen.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you would have to make up a term for it. You know.
Unless we found out that it just led to perfect like parthenogenesis.
Yeah,
I guess that would be. I guess that'd be fine.
maybe.
I guess I would be okay with it if it led to like parthenogenesis,
Yeah.
which is, for those who don't know, basically cloning again.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I guess I'd be okay with it.
You'll be okay with it then. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, I guess. In this specific scenario, it'd
it
be
is
like,
just one
oh,
specific scenario that's never going to happen. You would be okay with it. Yeah.
not for
That's-
my. I don't mean that for myself. I mean that if I were to see people
Okay. All right.
taking part in it, I'd be like, all right, I guess.
I'm okay with it. I don't care about what these people do in the privacy of their own house, and then they
I
create
mean,
a
generally,
nation
I don't
of
care
their
about
own
what
kind.
I mean, generally, I'm not too bothered about what consenting adults do in their own their privacy. You know, you
And
can't
then
police
they-
everybody.
But then the thing is
At
that
the end of the day.
they create a nation of just one person, and
That
they
would
were
be kind of.
really,
That would be awesome.
they become they try to subjugate the rest of the world because they're inferior to them. That wouldn't be fun.
Yeah, I mean, well, it could be if they're chill.
Okay, but they're not chill. They're like
If you no, because that kind of solves the inherent issue of the great man theory.
Yeah.
Right.
it would just be a great man, one man.
Yeah, forever. If they truly were a great person that could lead us to prosperity throughout eternity,
Yeah.
then I guess that's not too bad.
All right,
I guess
then.
you just got to do the vibe check, really, right? And then make sure.
But what if they just think that they are a great man and they're actually able to subjugate the rest of the world and base their entire state on slave labor
Again,
from
that's
the
the-
90% of the
vibe
world?
check again. That's
Well,
where the vibe
But
check
at
comes in
that
again.
point, it's kind of too late, right? It's,
Well, no
you
system's
let them
perfect,
do
man.
that. You let them establish that great man state, I guess you would call it. But yeah, well, we'll see if it happens. It happens in the future. But who
There's
else do
nothing
we
we
have
can
on
do
your
about it.
island?
Tell you
Who
what,
else?
nothing fucking I can do about it. That's for sure.
Well,
I don't need to talk about the islanders. I feel like as the week has gone on and I've seen other people stream it and talk about it, it can be fun to watch.
yeah.
It does. After a bit, it does get to the point of like somebody explaining their dream to you. You know?
It's a little bit like
You
that,
kind of
yes.
get a bit away. You kind of eventually have to just go, I don't need to keep talking about this. Like I had some the one thing I think that happens in this game I haven't had happen yet is the children. Your Mii's can have children.
Then what does it do?
I'm
Yeah,
trying to
like,
get
the what happens to their like features? Do they get like
I
do you
don't know.
create them or do they
don't
just
know. I
get
haven't done
random
it. I
creatures?
couldn't tell you.
That would be funny.
I'm going to
Is it
assume
just-
it creates a midpoint between the two.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I made a Tuvok and a Neelix. So I
Yes.
guess I'll see if I get a Tuvix. I made them both gay for that reason.
Well, we'll see.
As is my choice.
It's
I am their
experiment.
master and I can do it. Mm-hmm. It's like fan fiction.
This horrid Shutter Island you created,
Stretch
yes.
there. It's not
Yeah.
Shutter Island because it's nice there. It's a nice place to live.
Sure.
There's a Ferris wheel.
Is there? Oh,
They
you
have
built the
hobbies.
Ferris- Okay.
Yeah, you get a Ferris wheel eventually, so they can go on it. I don't know. They don't really do much
And
with it.
that's your
They
sale
confess
pitch
their
for
love on it sometimes.
getting stuck on the island with you forever. But,
It's
you know,
not. I guess it is kind of stuck. I mean, I can make them leave if I want to.
Oh, that's true. You could punish them or like free them in a way, I guess.
Exactly. But they why it's not freeing because they're already free on the island.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, me.
I don't know.
Alright.
I don't know. It's
I'm engaging with the media correctly.
that's true. Yeah.
All right.
You're getting
Oh,
me
yeah,
psychosis instead of
guff.
cyber psychosis like the ChatGPT people.
I'm getting me psychosis.
You're getting me
I
psychosis.
got me psychosis.
Yeah. I see.
It's I don't know. It's a fun game. I don't
You
know
could-
if it's worth the price I paid for it. You know, but if you're so inclined
it's like
for such a little,
screensaver. It's like a screensaver, right?
it's a bit more than a screensaver. It's kind
I
of like
know, but it's
Nintendogs,
like-
you know.
It's
Kind of like
it's-
Nintendogs.
It's like an
A lot of
idle
it-
game.
Yes, a lot of it comes from. Yeah, idle game. It's a different. I don't know. I guess it's an offshoot of an idle game.
Yeah.
So I feel like the point of an idle game is like some kind of like you don't start necessarily idle. You build to a state of like a perfect machine that just keeps growing on its own, right?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, that's true.
Whereas Tomodachi Life isn't.
You see a number
it's
go up.
almost like it begins idle in the sense that it's like you could make one guy and just watch him walk around on his own
Yeah.
for the entire
Be
time.
depressed.
Or
on
you
the
could make
island.
a second guy and watch them talk to each other.
Yeah.
But you never really make like a perfect machine. You just kind of it's like dolls. You're just playing dolls.
A little bit, yeah.
You just having fun with a little they got funny voices, you know.
Yeah, they do. They read out the things that you say.
Yeah.
Do you
That's
think
the
the next
fucking annoying thing, bro, is people who pretend like that's shocking. Pisses
Yeah,
me off
I
so
think I'm
much.
pretty sure we had that technology for like text to speech for like
Like, you ever
fucking
see the comic of
25 years now.
the people have already done the edit, but have you ever seen the AI comic where it's a guy looking at a computer say I'm alive, and then the computer says I am alive?
I
and he
think
goes,
I've
"Oh my
seen it.
God."
Yeah,
There's
it's
the
because
Tomodachi version of that where they go say gay sex, and then it says gay sex, and they go, "Oh my god!"
yeah.
That's Tomodachi. That's a lot of people's reactions to Tomodachi Life.
Yeah, it's interesting. Like these sort of like live games,
Yeah,
I do find myself enjoying. Like The Sims, I think
it's a less interactive Sims. The Sims
Yeah.
need constant guidance for what to
Yeah.
do. You can't
Yeah.
really just leave the Sim. You can give them independence and let them just do shit, but for the most part, they're very hedonistic.
yes,
And they kind
are.
of just do things that are good until their life falls apart. The
Yeah.
Mii's don't have worries, really. The only worries they have are if somebody likes them or not.
'Cause they live
Outside
in
of
a
that, they just
utopia.
walk around like ants. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. They have a utopia. So it's like a hands-off Sims.
Yeah, it's a little bit. Yeah, you're right. But it
But
just
it's
got me
fun.
thinking
if you
about.
want, if you want a simple game like that, for sure, give it a go.
Yeah, it just
Give
that
it a go.
get me thinking about just
What
like
am I
the
talking
Sims,
about,
the Sim series, like you know, like
Yeah, that
no
shit's
one.
dead, bro.
Yeah, but it's extremely popular still. You know, like it's
Yeah.
insane.
It's
And
never going to be the kind of fun that it was, though.
And I'm just curious
very
about just
different
like
now.
why is nobody trying to make another Sims? You know,
Because
like you
it's
see
like
this equivalent.
super complicated.
Yeah, it's like that's the thing. It's like they had that like Korean one that they tried making. I don't remember
Yeah,
what
wasn't
it was.
it like
Awesome
fucking
Your
loaded
Life
with
or
AI or whatever?
Yes, it was. I think, and it just feels like a lightning in a bottle in a way. You know, like
A little bit. The thing that annoyed me is that the Sims 1 and 2 versions that they released on Steam, like the anniversary editions, didn't work. And I don't think they ever fixed them. I think they have like compatibility issues.
Steam has a awesome habit of having old games sold on there that aren't patched or anything. They just don't work. They can't even do the bare minimum of like having patches like GOG does, you know, where they like actually verify.
GOG.
Thank you, GOG. Please
Again,
don't
this is
close
another
down.
thing. Never buy a preservation program game on Steam. It's going to be the same version that you can get on GOG, but with DRM included.
Yes, that's true.
If you're looking at it and you're like, I could get Dino Crisis on GOG, or I could just buy it on Steam with the rest of my games. Get it on GOG, because Capcom take the exact same version and add DRM,
Yeah,
and then they call it a day.
Is awesome.
They've just added Lost Eden.
I don't know what's that.
It was. I think I was thinking of a different game. Looks like a weird point and click with dinosaurs.
Dinosaurs?
And
looks like
oh
an
my
animation.
God, there's a sexy babe. Oh, there's lots of sexy
Which
babes.
game doesn't have sexy babes in
Holy
it
moly.
nowadays?
Do they have anything new on Lost? And they got The Wolf Among Us on there. It's a pretty good Telltale game.
Yeah.
It's a pretty good one.
Oh, yeah. Talking about Telltale games, the guys who made Star Trek Revengeance, that you can't buy Resurgence, you can't buy that game.
Revengeance is
Revengeance, Star Trek Revengeance. That would be an awesome. You're like cutting people in half with a phaser, but you can't buy that game anymore because the license ran out. So...
Is it gone now? Is it down now?
Yes, I think so. Let's have a look, just to not lie.
Go to Steam.
Yeah, it's not. It's gone. You can't get it on Steam. Maybe we can get it on some other storefront or something, but you cannot get it on Steam anymore.
You can get the demo.
Yeah,
you can play the demo.
That's not right, unless it's like a thing where because the demo doesn't have a price on it, technically you can still distribute it in a way. You know,
yeah.
But it's a shame because it was a good game. It was a fun story, and I hope they make more. But at this point, I haven't heard anything else after they released that game. So it's a shame because that was a fun story. You know,
it was a good little Telltale adventure game.
Yeah,
I enjoyed it.
Very Star Trek-y. We don't get to find out any of the things that you get to conclusions to any of the things that you kind of make decisions on in that first one, and would have probably be picked up on again if they continue doing another episode or something of the game, which is a shame. Because I would be very curious about what how certain things affect the game later on, blinding that woman. Which she
got over it.
She got over it, you think? She now has a cool visor on that.
Oh, because you could do a lot of flirting between the first officer and the alien lady.
Yes.
And I was will my choices matter in a sequel?
Well,
will she be with her somehow?
No,
will they find love in this wide galaxy?
The galaxy is so wide.
Fuck this, bro. The Pitt season 2 finished. We haven't even spoken about it yet.
We had so much to talk about props.
Yeah,
Do you think we can get props?
28 minutes of props to talk about.
Do you think we can get some props from...
Maybe when the show finishes, but they're still using that set, and they're still using those outfits. You know the crew who film it also have to wear scrubs?
No, I didn't know that. Why?
Yeah,
Is it
there's everybody, all the production crew wear scrubs
Why?
on set as well. Just to help keep everybody in character and stuff, I think.
Ah, okay. Well, that's a
And
good idea, I
keep it
guess.
all, like, and that way it's like, I think that way, if they, because they're filming this shit over
Yeah.
like a year, 15 episodes like it used to be back when TV shows were better.
Yeah.
Back when TV shows were better and the people making them lived horrible lives because
That's
holy
true.
moly, did they have a lot to do. I think
want
that
to-
way it's so that if a production staff member happens to be in a shot by mistake,
Oh, yeah. That's a good
they're
point.
still in
yeah.
scrubs.
Yeah. I was
Still
kind of
just
thinking
guy
that
in
might be
scrubs
something
in the background,
that.
so it's not a big deal.
Yeah. He's on his phone looking
Yeah.
at a camera.
Don't
But
have to worry
it's...
about
I would get that baby as a prop. I would get that baby he takes at the end. It's mine now, Robby. You don't get it. You don't get that baby. I have it.
This baby Jane Doe is my child.
It's- I paid for it. I get to keep it. But yeah, what else would be a good prop? Some of the organs, that would be funny. You get all the
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of like prosthetic stuff for sure.
yeah, definitely some arms and legs.
Yeah. They did have a couple bags of limbs in this season,
That's true. Yes,
so you could get those. Like
get the
mannequin arms in a
chugs that
bag.
it drained out of the stomach of that guy.
Oh God. Ooh. Rest in
Uh,
peace.
that's true.
Spoilers from this point on for the Pitt season 2. The only thing I'll say that isn't spoiler, this and the episode will end afterwards, so don't worry about it.
Yeah.
The only thing I'll say that isn't a spoiler is that this season was fantastic. Absolutely
it's great.
wonderful ending. Moving. A lot of people talked about it, but it continues to be exceedingly brilliant television.
Yeah,
And you should watch it if you haven't.
definitely. And you have 2 seasons, so you can binge it. Everybody loves binging stuff. so
Yeah,
you can-
and the way that it's set up is that you can do it. You could watch the whole season in a day and feel that level of stress. 'cause
That's
it's
true,
Like,
yes.
one continuous
Yes.
serial shift.
Yeah, you can
Like
literally
hour by
start
hour
at
by
like
hour.
6, like whatever, like 8 a.m. or whatever they start at, and then do the
Finish
all
at
the
9.
yeah, it's finish at 9 or whatever they finish at. I would get Whittaker's badge as a prop, and I would be like, Whittaker, where is, I have the
Spoilers
badge.
from this point on. We're gonna freely spoil stuff.
Yeah,
Watch the show if you haven't, and then come back to hear our incredible insights. Yeah, Whitaker's badge. Digby took it. Kind of a funny
Yes.
review.
yeah, it's funny.
A lot of people were saying like this is stupid, but I did see the because in the when they were shaving him and stuff,
Yes, yeah,
and he was like, and that nurse said like your family won't recognize you, and then he was like, well, how will they find me? So he took some ID. He took some ID before he left,
yeah,
and that's why he had his doctor's badge. But I mean, there was that you mentioned it right before we watched it, but there was that theory that Langdon took his ID badge so that he could steal Benzo's.
yeah. It
But
seems like
obviously that
that's
didn't
not the
seem to be
case.
the case. And instead, I mean, he's been through a lot and he's recovering. And he had a great scene at the end where everybody was giving Robby love in hope that he wouldn't kill himself, and Langdon was the one who had to give him the tough love, right?
Yeah, that's true. He had to show the fact that you prove the fact that you don't have to be perfect all the time,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah.
because he has to believe that, right? He has to
yeah.
believe that because to continue, right, going with his career and being a doctor and save lives. And I do like the fact that they gave Langdon that big win with like the stabilizing of the neck of that guy. I was like, I legitimately
Doing
like
some TikTok chiropractic.
yeah, literally,
practice.
like it was awesome. Like I love the.
It was a good scene.
Yeah, I love when the other heading like the heading doctors, like cruise control or whatever they call him. He's like, he did it. Like it's so like. Like he's
big
so
deal, big deal.
yeah, it was a big fucking deal, and everyone is like so like hyped, afterwards that it worked out, because it's sometimes you gotta risk it. It's like that's the thing with medicine in general. It's just like the horrid reality of like we could wait, and maybe we can do this safer, or something. Or we don't do it now, and you're paralyzed forever, basically, if we don't do this risky thing.
Again, we had that again this episode as well with the lady who wanted the natural birth or whatever.
Yeah.
And they had called an OBGYN to deal with it, but she was seizing and everything, so they had to do the emergency C-section right there.
Yeah.
And similarly to that previous episode, you get the sense that Dr. Robby is like he kind of just wanted to get out of there,
Yeah.
He didn't want to do this. He's being put right back into like horror again.
Yeah, absolutely.
But he pulls through and he saves a lady and a baby. But I mean, yeah, a lot of people have talked about it already, but this season does kind of forego the first season's thing, because coming off of the first season where you had the Pitt Fest stuff, we were kind of under the assumption that this season again would have like a big, like a huge defining tragedy, right? And it did have a couple interesting.
It had like the water park, but it's like not
hack. The water park ended up being a bit of a red herring, even you could say.
Yeah,
because only a couple people got seriously injured from it, I think, and like one person died, but it wasn't like a mass casualty event.
No.
And they got through the cyber attack and everything, They worked hard.
I think they just paid the ransom in the end, I think, right? Or something like that.
No, a different hospital
Yes.
paid their ransom, and the Pitt's their IT staff were confident in their cyber security, so they turned it all back on. But that was all in favor. All of that stuff not going that way, not being like these huge, massive events in the end. We're in favor of the real through line of the season, which is Robby's suicide. It ended up being like, he is 100% planning to die. Whether it's through a directly committing suicide or just
letting it happen,
just
happen in a way.
Something happen out on the road in the middle of nowhere where nobody can possibly save him. Who knows?
Yeah, I think Jack, or the other guy, the veteran doctor, he says at one point, it's like, isn't it weird that you're going to like this cliff where they used to like chase buffaloes?
Your only destination on your vacation is a cliff where they used to drive buffalo off of it.
Yeah, it's like it's like it's that and something else. It's like so like he's being so obvious at a certain point, to people, and
it is a cry for help in a way.
It's definitely a cry for help, and it's
because he keeps very directly hinting to people that he doesn't plan on ever coming back, whether that means death or just leaving forever. Who knows?
There is that interesting contrast between kind of physical health, in the show. Physically your heart stops. Physically you lose blood. Your arm needs to be set back into place, and then you have this kind of layer of mental health, right? That is just like it's so difficult, to deal with it, like how do you deal with it? It's our brains are such mystery to us, in a way, not even like a surgical way, because they do literally do some brain surgery and stuff like that at a certain point, and you just do it, you fix it, but there's just something where you just give up, and it's a horrible feel, it's a very interesting
he's
kind
drained.
of contrast.
He has the line in this last episode where he talks about how,
seeing death takes something from you,
taking away a bit of your soul every time, and how he's seen so much that he just doesn't feel like he has anything left to give.
Yes, exactly.
And he has a talk with Mohan, who he's been incredibly hard on this season, who's not coming back next season. And and he talks about how how he was hoping he would have like a wife and kids in college, and he'd have like property and stuff and be living like a nice life, but he doesn't have any of that shit. And I saw a lot of people point out correctly that it's interesting that Langdon kind of has that path going for him, he has a wife and 2 kids and a dog and stuff, and he is on that trajectory, but then he almost like betrayed Robby's projection by being a drug addict, by having that sickness, and that's sort of why. So it continues to be such a well written, layered show, and I think I really love and didn't see coming is the through line of the emotional through line of the abandoned baby, and that final scene is just completely beautiful, where Robby is talking to this abandoned child about how beautiful their life is going to be, but obviously he's talking to himself into continuing to live, and it's so well acted, so well written, incredibly well shot.
Yeah,
I think I sent you the link, but
with the whole halo around his head, with
but that to mirror, to kind of bookend from the beginning of the season, his head like against one of these fallen heroes plaques of medical staff that have tragically passed, because of
during
COVID and everything. To bookend that with like. Yeah, his rebirth, right? He's come through this moment, and I think they've talked about how he still plans, he's still going on this trip, but it's like I think the conclusion now is that it's not this death anymore, right?
Yeah, he's gonna take the baby and the carrier on the front. He's gonna ride the bike, into the distance. Like Death Stranding. No, it's like, but yeah, it's a beautiful show. It's so weird talking about it, because it's like not talking about it because I guess talking about it because it's like it is a very. It would be interesting to start to see like an actual doctor's perspective, and like how do they feel about this show, and you can probably watch countless doctor reacts, on YouTube or something.
Doctors and
but rather from the point of view of the actual kind of throughout the emotional through line, and not like this is what I would do, this is what I would did, not just them.
That's what I would have did.
Yeah, exactly. Not that. But
that's what I would have done. Chiropractor reacts to the Pitt. Yeah. This is basically what we do too. Yeah. This is basically what I'm doing every day.
Yeah, this is what I do with my week workshop on chiropractor. Yeah. This is what I would have. I would have saved that man. Yeah.
You get discount.
But yeah, it's a great show. I wonder. There's still a lot of stuff that's like I'm still curious about. I think a lot like
the first season. Nothing's really like resolved because the show is focused on giving you like a portion of these people's lives, right?
Yes.
So you never really get any resolution.
I wonder.
Like
who's
I really
come
love
back
Mel's
in the
storyline.
next season. That's all right.
What?
I'm thinking about who's going to come back in the next season from like the kind of like Ogilvy and the other intern that was
Ogilvy,
I love Ogilvy, bro. That's just the name is enough for me. But
he went home and played Counter-Strike.
He did play Counter-Strike and said awful slurs on the other side into the mic. Yes, he did. I just need to open some cases to get me, even myself out.
This shift.
Yo, I got a knife.
Oh, yes.
Yo.
Like Ogilvy, I'm sorry about that guy that died yesterday, huh?
What? I'm a millionaire.
Yeah.
Not a millionaire.
I got a fucking gold knife though in CS2.
You want to see it?
Let me show you a picture. It's in my Steam inventory. Hold on.
It's a gif
it's
of
worth
the Inspect animation.
$550. It's fucking crazy.
It's fucking crazy, bro. It's just Yeah, you got Whittaker. I like Whittaker's little conclusion that comes at the end of like.
Yeah, it's interesting. I wonder how that will progress, if he will still be with her in the future, taking care of her family, even if it's not like a romantic relationship. If he's still doing that, I'm curious to see where the Mel stuff goes.
Yeah, definitely.
I think it's interesting to have. I think I feel like that's not a storyline anybody has approached too much in TV. You know, the idea of like somebody who is like incredibly dependent, showing that they actually have a lot more independence than was previously thought, and that their carer is kind of maybe even in a way relying on them to fill their life. You know.
It tackles the kind of like unseen trauma, I guess, in a way of carers. You know, like the idea that like it is someone, especially being like in this scenario, you know, she's a ER doctor and probably doesn't have a lot of free time of her own, and she's the older sister on top of that. She's a guardian in a way, and then you know she realizes she doesn't. She's a little bit blind to the idea that, you know, her sister is can be independent, you know, in a way.
And you got that great end credit scene where her and Santos are at karaoke. Nice little cap to it all.
It definitely is an interesting setup for like now, and you know, she gets to discover herself in a way. You know, she gets to do. Maybe we'll see. Maybe the second season will be a lot like will show a struggle of like finding you know, something to do and how to deal with that. Or it could be you know, suddenly you know, maybe the boyfriend isn't there anymore, and suddenly she finds the thing she wants to do. And now her sister's back in. You know, there's a lot of interesting things that can be explored in that storyline. You know, but you know. Great show. And
Santos, I'm very interested to see where her storyline goes.
Yeah.
Obviously, the first season led into she hasn't progressed in the same way as like Whittaker in this season.
Yeah.
Despite their like the disparity between like their medical knowledge, I guess you could say. Santos is obviously an incredibly competent doctor, but her bedside manner is obviously really bad. So it will be interesting to see whether within this season and the next that she's lost that a bit, perhaps in hopes of progressing, or if she's progressed despite it. I don't know. It's such a good show. Every character is interesting. And I love them all. I can't wait. The performances are all wonderful. It's such a good show.
I'm like, because it is going to, like, we'll see. Not really what we could predict in a way, because it's like this show does tackle a lot of political stuff that is happening. You know, currently.
I mean, they had a big ice moment in this season.
Yes, exactly. You know,
that was pretty well done, quite well done.
We'll see what happens in the future, you know, as the time moves, and things happen in reality, what this show is going to continue to tackle, you know.
The Pitt continues to be the woke doctor show, which is awesome. I say that positively, not disparaging.
Yeah.
Thumbs up. Thumbs up. I'm banging the pots and pans for my woke doctors.
Two wokes, you know.
Two wokes up.
They wouldn't be able to, you know, what's like with Breaking Bad. It's like this show wouldn't make sense in Europe. You know, it's like this show wouldn't make sense in Europe because we have, you know, public healthcare. I don't know. We have our own issues with our healthcare, so it would be some other shit. It would be some other shit. But recommended the show.
Yeah, I'm sure you've heard it a million times now, but
exactly.
Give it a watch. It's worth it. It's worth the investment.
It will be next year, right? It's like, I guess it's just
I think they're planning
schedule,
for same time next year, January, for season 3. barring some unforeseen incident.
Mm-hmm.
That should be it. That should be it.
That should be it. Finally.
And then we'll see after that. Obviously, they're doing the big. They might be doing a big Paramount deal and everything. So who fucking knows?
Yeah, what's gonna happen to that and all the properties of that stuff? So,
but I mean, this is like, I think
it's a good show, and it
most
seems the
successful
ratings
show
is also are really good.
Yeah,
But
like,
that's
I think
the thing.
it's one of the
like,
highest like non-reality shows that's
Yeah.
getting like good numbers at the moment. You know, like reality shows go fucking crazy, obviously, but people are loving The Pitt. I think it is HBO's current like best performing show. So
Yeah.
it would be strange to lose it because it's like such a direct crowd pleaser. You know, it's a medical show. People fucking love medical shows.
Everybody
So,
secretly wants to be a doctor, you know. Everybody
People
wants to
don't want to
save
be
lives.
a doctor, but they want to experience a level of the stress, you know, a
Yeah.
controlled level of that stress.
That's why I
You know,
ride a skateboard. That's how I get my stress in, yeah.
without a helmet.
Without a helmet.
I wear a helmet, no shin guards,
No shin guards.
no
I
knee
scrape
guards, no elbow guards.
I scrape my ear, my ears, my knees all the
I go,
time.
ow.
And then I play doctor by pulling all the rocks out, and I go like, yeah, I did it. I fixed myself, you know,
And I put a big bandage on it.
with a smile on it and hearts.
And then I walk up to people saying, "Can you sign my plaster?
Yeah, and
Like,
I
do you
go,
want to sign my plaster?"
I just before I leave, I go 50 cc's of morphine, please, and then I inject myself.
By playing doctor. This boo-boo calls for 50 milligrams of morphine. Whoop. Thank you for listening to Dead Ensigns.
Yeah.
If you've enjoyed this episode, you can go to Spotify, iTunes, podcasts, Amazon, whatever's. You can go to podcast addicts and freaks and weirdos, the Freaky
Talking
Deaky
about
podcast
doctors,
boys. And you can find our episodes there. You can give it a listen if you'd like to hear more. There's plenty of episodes. I think we're at like 4 years now, dude.
It's
crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy. Please leave a rating if it gives you the option. Leave a review if it gives you the option. And subscribe or save it if it gives you the option. But you can certainly do all those places on YouTube, where we also upload under Dead Ensigns. You can like, comment, and subscribe there. But if you don't want to comment, you can send us an email, deadensigns@gmail.com. That's deadensigns@gmail.com. Thank you for listening. Closing remarks, Mix?
I've been looking at this Wolf of Wall Street Jordan Belfort navy blue suit that DiCaprio has been looking. Do you think I could...
Link it. What's the price?
Oh, actually, let me have a look. I haven't even looked at the price. I was like, I'll pay anything.
Is it one of those ones where it's already sold?
Yes, it's already sold.
Okay, well, I don't care.
It
Goodbye.
doesn't even say. It doesn't say.
All right, goodbye.
Sell me this pen. Bye.
It's shorted out, sir. We're gonna have to phaser it.
Then what are you waiting for?
Right away, sir.
Faster would be better, Ensign.
I can't, sir. We don't want to...
That's enough.
But, sir...
Stand aside, Carlton. I'm going through. You're alive. Good.